Hello Internet, and welcome to another Metroidvania map announcement video. This one is for Momodora, Moonlit Farewell. I still don't know if I pronounced the name of this series correctly. It's not a series I've got a huge amount of experience with. It's not a series I have a huge amount of praise for, but Moonlit Farewell was a fairly entertaining 8-ish hour experience. Stretched it out to 9 hours because of some slightly iffy signposting in one place and a boss rush, which you kind of need to do at the end if you want to get some of the easier achievements / trophies. As you can see from the map on the screen, it's not the world's biggest game. There's a handful of areas, but they are reasonably atmospheric. The pixel art is quite nice. The music's all right. It is my definition of a mid-tier Metroidvania experience. It's quite linear. There's not really any off-the-beaten-track exploration. Everything you will pretty much find as you go, because the map marks things in the room for you with a question mark, and it is very rare that you have to backtrack a huge amount in order to get whatever that is. Generally speaking, by the time you've got to an area, you've probably got most, if not all, of the tools that you need to find everything in that area. So, realistically, this map is not hugely useful, except I would argue for one thing. About 2/3 of the way through the game, you make your way down to the Ashen Hinterlands and you run into the Great White Serpent, who tasks you with two things: to recover 2 specific types of dust, key item, and to kill a particular enemy. Now, killing that particular boss enemy is really easy because it's pretty close by. Here, in fact, from there to there. You have to go all the way round, but there. But you also need golden and silver moonlit dust. Now, if you've done any real exploring, then you've probably already found the golden moonlit dust, which is up in the catacombs beneath the village, or the shrine, I suppose it is, beneath the village. But the silver dust took me probably about 45 minutes to find, because it's not marked on the map. And just here, there's a little gap which you need a wall jump for that you've had no cause to go back to for probably 3+ hours at that point, and it's kind of difficult to see. But in order to get the silver dust, you need to go through there, work your way through a series of challenge rooms, fight a boss, and grab the dust at the end. And it was a little bit annoying. So I've marked the 2 dust on with nice bright triangles so that you can find them easier. I've marked the Metroidvania upgrade abilities with kind of star shapes so that they are nice and clear and easy to find. But otherwise, all the bosses are marked on, all the save points are marked on. The save points that have got a fast travel option have got the little cat icon that you get on the map. In the actual game, the icon is bigger and it cycles between them. Can't do that on a static map, so I've done it this way instead. It looks a little bit more cluttered, but it still works. Orange fruit are where you can grab the fairies, the Lumen fairies, to return to Hazelia up there. You've got all the sigil cards marked on. You've got all the spotted fruit that give you health. You've got all the peaches that give you stamina regeneration. You've got the blue ones, which give you MP affinity. All of the companions that you can find throughout the game are on there as well. Stuff that you can get in the post-game is also mentioned in various places. There's a handful of barriers that are these purple ones where you need a specific end-game ability. In fact, the end-game ability that you get from the serpent in order to finish off the game. The lilies that you can pray at to get attack power. It's not the best icon, to be honest, but I was trying to be consistent. These little things here are currency containers, lunar crystals or lunar tears or whatever they're called. You get an achievement for collecting all of those, so I made sure that those were marked on as well. There's also these 2 blackberry / fruit things. I have no idea what these do. It just says in the game, it doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it does. Maybe somebody will let me and the rest of you know down in the comments below. But I don't know. In some cases, there's a little red speech bubble attached to an icon. This shows you that there's some kind of progression-based or lore-based thing to interact with. But reasonably straightforward map. Reasonably enjoyable to play, but it's not going to be winning any awards. Is Momodora Moonlit Farewell? It is, for me, the very definition of kind of a C tier, low C tier, kind of middle of the road metroidvania. It is, as some people would probably say, mid. Whatever that's supposed to mean. But I made a map for it anyway. You'll notice that this is using the blasphemous style rooms. There's nothing wrong particularly with the in-game map. The one weird thing that they do is that each of the different rooms in an area has got a slightly different shade of the same colour. Possibly that aids navigation, but it looks really kind of patchwork. So I just, remade the map. And this meant I could scale it up to the size that I wanted and do the bits that I wanted with it. But as I said, there's nothing wrong with the in-game map. There's no custom markers on the in-game map either, so you can't mark things to come back to. But as I said, everything that you might want to find is pretty much marked with a question mark. Anyway, just automatically for you. Anything else I need to say? 3 fishing spots are on there. All the bosses are on there. Major NPCs are on there. Yeah. Pretty straightforward. There are, as always, a couple of versions of this map available. There's a free version available in the Google Drive. It's gone up there straight away because it was very straightforward to put together. It's at 50% resolution. It's at a reasonably high quality. It's there if you want it. I'm not going to lose any sleep for people that just want to use the free version. But if you want to support me further, there is a high quality paid version as part of the 111% bundle, which features all of the things at a much higher resolution than the free version. There's a PNG version and there is a JPEG version. The JPEG version will probably open slightly better on your phones, your tablets, or any older devices. But to be fair, it's not actually a big file, this one. So even the PNG will probably open reasonably well on your whatever you're opening it with. Momodora Moonlit Farewell. It was alright. It was alright. Final game in the series. If you're a big fan of the series, then you might have got more out of it than I did, but the story, it didn't hook me. It was alright. It was alright. Until next time, this is Demajen saying farewell. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.